All right, Jason Blaha, I just saw a video he put up because once in a while I go by and check out his channel to see what he's up to because I used to like the guy's videos. I used to like his channel. There was just something about him. It was likable. He doesn't strike me as very likable anymore. I don't know why. I can't put my finger on it. And I'm sure he doesn't give a shit anyway what one guy thinks, right? I mean, I wouldn't care if he doesn't think I'm likable. Who gives a shit? But hopefully if he knew me, he would think I'm likable. I like to be likable. Everybody wants to be liked, I think. Anyway, what I want to address is his description of what is and what is not a bodybuilder. And then he wants to speak for pro bodybuilders that, well, they mostly are the ones that get most offended when guys that are just in the gym and non-competitive guys refer to them guys themselves as bodybuilders. Well, guess what? That's not true. And how would he know it's true? I'm sure he's got Phil Heath's ear. Not. But, and also, if it were true, if he knows any professional bodybuilders that take that very offensively, you know what? Those professional bodybuilders can go and fuck themselves. If not, then... But I don't think that they feel that way. But if there are some out there that feel that way, whoever these unnamed individuals are that Blaha refers to, and they get very offended by gym rats or whatever referring to themselves as bodybuilders, then those guys need to wise up and realize this is their target audience. These are the guys that are paying for, the seats and a few people that are still buying magazines and that are frequenting the channels and keeping these guys, popular, keeping their name out there, actually putting food on their table. They're the guys supporting them. Are largely just guys that are in the gym, guys that are working out, that are never going to be Mr. Olympia, that may not ever even want to be Mr. Olympia. That doesn't mean that they don't have a passion for what they're doing and they still consider it bodybuilding. So, but as a bodybuilder myself, having competed in a few different organizations, including the NPC, and having done one pro show where I looked very shitty, I think that if you're, like I've said before, if you're attempting to alter the appearance and shape of your body through progressive resistance training coupled with some kind of dietary nutritional approach that supports that goal, you're bodybuilding. It's very simple. I don't care if you're using free weights, machines, fucking bands. I don't care what you're doing. In fact, I don't even care if you're just doing calisthenics. If you're doing push-ups and pull-ups and all this other stuff, it doesn't matter where the weight is coming from. If you're training in some style, altering the appearance of your body, coupled with a diet, nutritional approach that supports those goals, you're bodybuilding. Simple as that. Now, where he wants to disclude people, he always comes at things from the negative, it seems. I prefer to come at things from the positive. And that's not why I'm saying this. Why I'm saying this because I believe it's true. And so I'm putting it out there. And I think that just as basal as it seems to refer to just my appearance, I'm pretty sure that I'm a little more qualified to comment on, what I believe bodybuilding is than he is. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm just being arrogant. But I like to include people. I like to think that, there had to be bodybuilding, as you think bodybuilding is, before there was bodybuilding competition. Somebody had to build the physiques before somebody decided that let's have a bodybuilding show. All right, so call it what you may, it's still bodybuilding. Who gives a shit? You don't have to, there's not a whole bunch of, narrow the band. Well, if you don't do this, that, and the other thing, you're not bodybuilding. He's saying, don't let people label you or pigeonhole you. Well, that's what he's doing. He's narrowing the band of, what describes bodybuilding, what encompasses, what you have to fucking achieve before you qualify to consider yourself as a bodybuilder. And I'm telling you, it's bullshit. It's a very simple definition. And furthermore, do you think you're a bodybuilder? Do you think what you're doing is bodybuilding? Does it feel good to you to look at it that way? Is that how you elect to look at it? Or are you offended by that? If you're offended by it, then don't be a bodybuilder. Be whatever you want to be. Call it something, call it nothing. I don't give a shit. If you like that and you are proud that you're a bodybuilder and you want to acknowledge that, then be a bodybuilder. Simple as that. As far as I'm concerned, you're a bodybuilder. So don't let anybody, like he said, don't let anybody, label you. Well, I'm telling you, don't let anybody tell you what you can't refer to yourself as either. You want to be a bodybuilder, be a bodybuilder. I don't care. Just get in there and get it done. We're all after the same shit, basically, right? We're all doing the same thing. Trying to change our appearance based on our own desire and our own ideal that's in our head somewhere that we may never achieve, but we're moving in that direction. That's what we're after. Who cares? So, yeah, little guys out there just trying to get some little biceps, trying to do the curls for the girls or whatever it is you're trying to do, or gain a couple pounds or cover up your bones a little bit so that when you bump into walls and doorways, it doesn't quite hurt as much, which it doesn't. You're a bodybuilder, bro. And my heavier set friends out there, the little extra adipose tissue that doesn't hurt when you bump into things because you're well padded, but you'd like to be harder, and you're trying to lose some of the body fat and shape it up a little bit differently. Guess what? You're a bodybuilder. It's kind of like powerlifting. A lot of guys are powerlifters that don't compete in powerlifting events. All right, it's all your approach. It's all what makes you happy, because that's what it's all about. The pursuit of life, liberty, and happiness. Have a great day, and happy 4th of July.